Thank you. It is really a pleasure to be here. I want to tell you about what Pikes Peak Urban Gardens does. How many of you have heard of us before? Okay, so a lot of you have no idea what we are. Pikes Peak Urban Gardens creates places where people meet to grow, where they meet to grow food, where they meet to grow community, where they meet to grow our local sustainable food systems. We create community gardens throughout the Pikes Peak region. We currently operate 7. Over the course of the 10 years that we've been around, we've built about 13 community gardens. And so we have impacted about 7,000 people's lives through classes that we've done over the course of the 10 years we've been around. The organization was founded by a man named Larry Stebbins, who was a retired educator and master gardener. Larry stepped down just this past May and handed the organization to me. And Larry and I kind of operate a little bit differently. So it's been a very interesting transition. We're creating a lot of new opportunities. My passion is collaboration. I love collaborating with private businesses, with other nonprofits. We currently collaborate with Colorado Springs Food Rescue on a couple of programs. One is Fresh Food Connect, where our gardeners, not just our community gardeners, but our backyard gardeners, are able to donate fresh produce from their gardens to Colorado Springs Food Rescue, who then immediately gets it in the hands of people who can use it, thereby increasing access to fresh food, particularly in areas where there are food deserts and people don't have access to that fresh food. We are also collaborating with them on a new project called Soil Cycle, which is about getting people composting. A lot of people are a little afraid of composting. They don't understand composting. It can be a little intimidating at first when you're taking all of your food scraps and throwing them into your backyard to see what happens. And so what Food Rescue is doing is they're bicycling around the Mid-Shooks Run neighborhood where we have a community garden, a beautiful community garden. Please go check it out at Boulder and El Paso. And they are picking up people's food scraps and we are composting them in that garden. We're hoping to expand that program tremendously. We also collaborate with organizations like Concrete Couch, and we've worked with dozens of schools. I was just at an elementary school, Adams Elementary School, yesterday talking about a new school garden that they want to build. So that's what we do in the community. But in order to do and offer all that we do, we have to raise money. So we're having a wonderful fundraiser coming up the weekend of October 5th, 6th, and 7th, right here in the beautiful Carter Payne. We are having the Garlic Fest. We've been doing some version of a Garlic Fest for years. Larry, our founder, was a big garlic grower, and we grow beautiful garlic here in the Pikes Peak region. The planting time is right around that first weekend in October. That's why the timing is such, because it's a bulb. You know, you might be planting your flower bulbs. We could also plant garlic bulbs, the stinking rose. And so we're going to have a whole host of activities here. Starting with Friday night, we're going to do a tapas and beer pairing downstairs in the cellar. On Saturday, we're going to have a market that's surrounding the grounds here, and also Farmer Dan Hobbs from the Arkansas Valley Organic Growers Association and Hobbs Family Farm and Professor Nana Meyer from UCCS are going to be giving a workshop downstairs called The Great Garlic Experience, all about the cultivation, history, and uses of garlic and how to grow it. And then Saturday night, Saturday also, we're having a garlic cook-off, and we need cooks to join our garlic cook-off. So if you are particularly good at putting together garlic dishes, we would love to have you join us. And then Saturday evening, we're doing a grand garlic dinner. Chef Brent Beavers from Immerse Cuisine is going to put together something amazing for us on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, we're having a garlic ice cream social. Bob Wolfson from Legit Gelato has been putting together some amazing garlic gelatos for us, 3 different flavors right now, that we will be pairing with beers, if you wish, on Sunday from 1 to 4. So it's going to be a lot of good fun, and it helps us raise money to impact more and more people's lives, because we really want to see community gardens and people growing food in their own yards, in their own communities, so that we have greater food security. It's actually something, if you think about it, if we were to have a bad snowstorm, we've got about 3 days of food to feed our community in our grocery stores, and then we run out. You see this happening in North Carolina right now with the flooding. We need greater food security, and that comes from growing our own food, creating our own food stores, and each one of us needs to have a role in that, whether you're actively growing or you're supporting somebody that's growing. We have lots of opportunities to do that. And we hope to collaborate as an organization with more and more organizations, Boys and Girls Club, Goodwill Industries, many, many nonprofit organizations, but also businesses, commercial properties. Why couldn't you be growing food on commercial properties? You could. We're looking at what we can do around this particular property too. So there's lots of opportunities. How close am I to 6 minutes? Okay, 1 minute, all right. So we have lots of opportunities to expand our reach. There are a lot of places. Currently, our community gardens are pretty spread out, as far down south as Fountain and as far to the northeast as Dublin and Peterson. We've got a couple on the west side. We have a beautiful facility down at Harlem Wolf Ranch, which we really are hoping to expand into a learning lab where people can come and see multiple methods of growing food in the Pikes Peak region, from permaculture to biodynamic to vertical, et cetera, et cetera. And so we want to expand people's knowledge of growing. Looking at different ways we can incorporate greenhouses. We have a wonderful greenhouse builder here today. And so looking at the ways that we can grow food year-round here and exploring that, learning more about that, and teaching everybody that growing your own food is a way to empower yourself.